Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We have another example, of the initiators of actions crying about the consequences their actions created. And that is the teachers. The teachers are concerned about the rise in misogyny. Now, from the get-go, we know that most of our teachers are women, not men, women. So they are very concerned with the growth of misogyny among young students. Well, let me ask you a few questions. When you constantly, or whomever constantly, tells the young man, the youth, that there is a toxic masculinity and there is a patriarchy out there who kept the women down and is your fault even though you haven't done nothing, this is the action. What do you think the reaction could be? And they're trying to destroy the messenger, like Andrew Tate. He's called a misogynist. Is he a misogynist? Well, I listened to Andrew Tate on a few occasions, and I'm about 98% in agreement with what he says. That would mean that they could also call me a misogynist. And they can call me all kind of names. I don't care. Why? Because they don't matter to me. Because they're not logical. They're not fair, they're not honest, they're not factual. I have to disclose here to you that there's a little video running around, has been for some time, with Jack Nicholson on one of his movies. I don't like Jack Nicholson, just so you know, but I would put this as one of my, my channel's startup, beginning of my videos. And there is in this movie, there's a woman, a blonde woman, who stops Jack Nicholson and said, "Excuse me, how do you write," probably Jack Nicholson was a writer in the movie, "how do you write women so well?" Hoping that she's gonna hear something. And he turns around and he says, "I think of a man. I take away reason and accountability." And he leaves. And she's, what? That's exactly what Jack Nicholson says. I think that is genius. Why? Let me show you this article. BuzzFeed, July 19, 2025. Teachers, mostly women, are sharing the rise in misogyny they're seeing in young boys in the classroom, and it's terrifying. Why? When you have the mainstream culture and the owners of the mainstream culture used to be done, by the little dancers, singers, players, and then it was taken over by the intelligentsia, the guys in charge of us, and they create a fad. Let me give you an example, a clear example how this event that should be useless, worthless, zero, became a everyday for the past, 5 days already, meme, and everybody talks about it. Is that CEO with that human resources woman. They have an affair, and he holds her, and the light is on and the camera, and she's and he's Andrew Tate would have said this, and not would. He said, he who would have said, "Yeah, that's my woman, fuck you." And he said, the problem is, what the fuck are you doing with a 50-some-year-old? You should have a 21 or something. That's what Andrew Tate says. Now, that's something I will not discuss any further. The problem is, for the past 5 days, the United States of America has been involved in a personal situation involving his family, her family, and the two of them. There is about 10 people. But all of a sudden, we all are into it. memes and funs and all that and all that. That should be their own singular problem. That's a fad. That's how they create a fad. And you forget about how many children are blown up in Gaza. You look at these guys, it's more important. Ha ha ha. So again here, these guys right here are surprised that all of a sudden these guys, oh my God, it's a rise in misogyny. What's misogyny? Again, when they call you, I say, a racist, what is it exactly? What is the definition? Loving my race? I do love my race. Is hatred for other races? Is that what it is? I love my race more than other races. What's wrong with that? I love my family more than your family, regardless of your color. And you should love your family more than my family. That's a natural feeling. I don't know what's going on here. So again, they are giving you bad connotations whenever they don't like something that you say that threatens their narrative. In this case, patriarchy, and the other one is masculinity, toxic masculinity. What is toxic masculinity? Fighting wars for you, defending you, being strong, being tough. Anyway, so here it is, my friends. Again, actions have consequences. I think of a man and I take away reason and accountability. You can't reason and you can't hold him accountable. Why? Fuck off. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.